Hello everybody, Darren here, and welcome back to episode 4 of my Frostpunk The Last Autumn series. Now previously, the construction site plunged into chaos as there was an explosion in the mineshaft which prompted concerns over worker safety, leading to our first workers' strike and causing us to miss our first deadline by just a few hours. Now, if we miss any future deadline, the project will be scrapped, abandoned, as the efforts will be sent elsewhere to more productive sites. So, it's been a little while. I thought we could do another bit of a recap as to the current situation. I'd like to mention here at the top of the episode as well that I've actually gone ahead and included everyone's names into the game if they requested it, and I've assigned everyone to an engineer. So every engineer in the game currently represents the name of someone who commented that they'd like to have their name in the game. There are 13 names on the waiting list as we have 25 engineers and there was roughly around 40 requests. So there's 13 names on the waiting list. When we get more engineers in, I'll update the names appropriately. So just know for now, if you're one of the people that commented to get their name in the game, keep an eye out on all of the engineers. And when we have sick people and people in sick bay, and if there's potentially, I don't want to even mention it, but if there's potentially any deaths, I'll be looking at if they were an engineer and we'll be checking in to see if it's a named character. I mean, it will be a named character because every single one of them is named currently. Alright, so the current situation, we are currently researching Machine Shop. Right now, we're 2 days behind schedule. Of course, we cannot miss our deadline. In order to build the foundations, we must build the machine shop, install the pressure valves, and install the tower pumps. Now, in the last episode, I had actually said that we had to do tower pumps first, because that's how it describes something, but we don't. We can actually go ahead and start that right now if we wanted to. It's 10 structural profiles. However, I'm going to wait until tomorrow, because starting it now, by the time the workers kind of get moving and come around to here, it'll be the end of the workday. So I'm not going to go ahead and do it. Also, I found the reason for why the UI kind of gets reset. It's when you go into photo mode, it doesn't show you the generator button or the toxic gas button. So what you have to do is pull out and pull back in. There we go. So we can see current toxicity level is low and our generator button is back. So this is the current situation. Like we said, we've already set up the shaft structure and we are 2 days behind schedule on this. So tomorrow we start, and I do not stop hammering on the foundations as we start to work on installing those pressure valves. For now, we're going to keep working on what we've already been doing, which is getting more profiles all the time. Structural profiles that's going to help increase safety. They're currently already safe. I might switch this now to working the full day shift, actually, because I think we can handle unhealthy. Hopefully so. There's also 4 people sick at the moment. All of them workers, it seems. And of course, we then have Hudson Pierce, Elias Figgin, Hal Hotspur, Abusitanus, and Lunky K tending to their... well, treating them. I was going to say tending to their wounds, but that's not necessarily the case. They're just treating them. And logistical limit is the next thing to check then as well. Currently at 24. I'm going to wait till it gets to about 60, bring in 20 more workers and a steam core, because I'm hoping of getting towards, working towards, I should say, a infirmary. I think that'll do a lot better for us in the future. Of course then as well, we have just had our lake full of fish depleted. Both of our food sources are basically gone now, and our scouts are going to have to just roam the wastes, the soon-to-be Frostland, to find, you know, whatever else we may find out there, more food or extra resources. So that's the current situation. We currently have 8 people not doing anything. Don't know if I need to really change anything. I actually think I might put more people in this. This is currently switched to selected on coal, but I don't think we really need that. I think we're going to need more steel. And we'll just pop people down there. The other thing I want to get working on is an extra storage depot. I think we're going to need it. And I don't think so. I don't think there's anything else. Alright. Time is now playing. We are back in the swing of things. I'm stressed out of my mind, but hopefully it'll be all good. What is it? Factory Inspectorate. A bonus. An engineer from the Factory Inspectorate comes to talk to you. I've got great news, boss. To celebrate the opening of our inspectorate, the company sent us a shipment of fine tobacco. It's a rare delight in these times. Wouldn't it be nice to share it with the workers? A great idea. Strike risk will fall for 2 days, or keep it for the engineers, and efficiency will rise for 2 days. Keep it for the engineers. These guys are dealing with smog enough as it is. They don't need to be filling their lungs with smoke. Plain workers wouldn't appreciate it anyway. says P Slayer and Titus Larsius. Nice. It reminds me of Birmingham. Oh, and just the last thing about the names is I added them in the order that they were commented. Just so you know. Alright, our ships are pulling away. Machine shop is being researched. We'll start building that tonight. Let's open up our research tree and see what else we could work at getting. I think I was looking towards optimized materials. Careful selection process reduces the material cost of structural profiles by 20% and the time required to make them by 50. Or improved planning reduces the cost of structures to 4 instead of 6 when we're trying to reduce that safety. Reduce the risk of danger, I guess. Anything else we need? Not yet. I am tempted to go for the infirmary, but I'm going to leave it for now. Let's go with optimized materials. Alrighty, so the other current situation is motivation is quite low. We have the public house full of workers working overtime, treating everyone. We have hearty meals on. A lot of people complaining about the food situation. I don't doubt that you're not wrong about that. But I don't know what to do for motivation. I've got them on hearty meals purely just to keep them kind of happy. And then also I'm running the evening services during the evenings to boost that motivation. You can only do that every 2 days. So I'm trying my heart out here to keep motivation a bit higher, but I don't know what else I can do with regards to that. Alright, we'll wait for the workday to end. We can't do another law for about 16 hours, so we'll just wait on that as well. Alright, time is continuing to play. Our next shipment of food is coming in. 80 food on its way. You know what, I'm going to pause the construction of this. We don't need to do this until tonight. So they've stopped working. I got to make sure I stay on top of that. Don't want them to ever stop working. Always want them to have the appropriate amount of orders on. We've currently got 14 profiles, which I think is good. I think. We can have a look at what we're going to need. So 10 profiles and 10 Steam exchangers, which I guess you get in the machine shop, which we'll build tonight. And then the next thing over, we're going to need steel composites and 50 structural profiles. The amount of wood you're going to need there. Well, if we get these, structural profiles. If we get these costs down, it's 20 per profile. So you could do the math on that, I guess, and figure out exactly how many we're going to need in the bank. Steel composites, I'm not sure how much steel you actually need to make one. Guess we'll find out soon. Alright, we're on speed 2 right now. Speed 1. Place is looking good, though. Not that that really matters. What are you guys doing? Skiving. Who's this? Michael Foster. The interesting thing as well, last thing I'll say about the names is we need to keep up some continuity of some of these names. Some of these names are in the previous series I did, and this scene is this is a prequel. I would hate to create a paradox and not have these people survive, so it's another thing I gotta work on. Alright, it's leisure time. Off the work. Let's start getting to work on popping in the pressure valves, and then we're also going to add the... well, that's going to take 30 people, okay. Yeah, so we can start letting them build this as well. So basically, I'm going to try and become a lot more efficient with how I delegate work. The more that the toxic gases go up, the more likely I'll probably try and take people out of this area and working on gathering resources. When this starts to fall back down, the toxic gases will send them back in, etc., etc. Same with the docks, right? People complained about me loading up the docks, and people like this isn't very efficient because the loading isn't as quick as it is pulling stuff in, so you shouldn't have 10 people on it. You should maybe bring stuff in, then gather it with the same people, etc. I hear you. I'm working on it. We'll get better. Same problem out here, right? Oh yeah, they're switching to a new resource. Okay, cool. Alright, well, work is beginning. So, we'll assign our workers to this. We're going to take them off the coal. A lot of people saying as well, don't be eating up your own coal. You're going to need that later. Which, again, I have no doubt we will. We have eaten a lot of our reserves in the beginning here, I must admit. So that's 30 workers that we can assign straight here. If we put them on the early shift, toxic gases is climbing tomorrow. We could also put them on safety procedures. And that keeps things really safe. I want to keep this thing as safe as possible in case those events happen where it's like, oh, if it wasn't safe, you know, 30 people are trapped in here and they're going to die. I don't know how often that's going to happen again, if ever. But I can only assume keeping it safe has other benefits other than it doesn't just create sick people. So that'll be tomorrow. And dare I say, we might even activate structural profiles to keep it ultra safe. Alright, the storage depot is almost built. At least discontent is pretty much 0. But that kind of means maybe I'm not pushing them hard enough. The good fishing spot is depleted. Right, so that's it now for all of our food out in the Frostland. They've got nothing to come back with, so we'll just go to the Bald Hill. Just right next to us. What was this one? The Mountain Pass? Nah, go to the Bald Hill. There's more greenery around that area. Alright. Place looks good during the night. When's the next evening service? Not for a while. Am I forgetting anything painstakingly obvious? Let's just reduce these down a bit as well. Gonna be bringing in steel. Let that pile up. So, what are we gonna need here? Coal is at 420. Wood, steel. The other thing we could do instead of course, structural profiles is activate the ventilation plant, and that lowers safety. I know I keep saying that. I'm just gonna say it lowers safety. You understand what I mean, right? I'll try to get better at it. It increases safety by 1 level. It lowers risk. Right. We've got engineers in here treating 4 sick people at the moment still. Let's see how long they're gonna take to come out. 3, 4, 7, 7 hours. Okay, not bad. This means when the bell rings in the morning, they head out to work. We should have the maximum amount of people on this. Activating safety procedures does reduce efficiency by 25%, so maybe we can get away with leaving that off and activating the ventilation plant instead, but that's going to eat up a lot of coal. I think it's about 100 per day or something like that when we activate it. Of course, the bathhouse is kicking on as well. 72 coal per day. We've just taken 30 people off coal, and we're not bringing it in through the docklands. So we've got a gathering post with 10 gathering some coal over time, so it's still getting a little bit, but nothing crazy. Sick people is falling. Love to see it. Alright, let's speed up time. Alright, it's 5 a.m. Free time. People are waking up, milling about the streets. And we're all just keeping an eye on this. 3 days behind schedule, it says. I find it hard to believe it's that bad. We'll see, though. Oh yeah, we have to build that machine shop. We can do that now. Get some people out there cracking on that before they get to work proper. Get them out on the generator site actually early. Good thing. Kind of. Alright, we've reached the Bald Hill. The hill isn't very tall, but offers a wide view over the plain. We can see a string of dark spots not very far from here. Move on. Lost crates. Several large crates lie scattered amongst the rocks. That's promising. Let's go. What was that? So the gas, toxic gases level is rising, causing this now to go into harmful state. Still building our machine shop. So once we get that built, we should get that little category toggled on. And we still have structural profiles to be created, so. It still says 0 even though we built it. I'll assign 1 person to it. There we go. Hey, look at that. Only 21 hours behind schedule now. We just beefed that up quite a lot, actually. It seems a bit strange you can do that. I'm going to leave this off, though, for a bit. Our workers are still working on profiles, still working on this. Then we'll switch them. So the conditions in here. Harmful. Go on the earlier shift, then, please. Tempting to turn off that safety procedure. Let's jump into the book of laws really quickly as well. See what else we can do for our boys and girls. Radical treatment, sustained life, on-site burials, reparation of bodies, cocaine pills. Labor laws. After hours equipment maintenance. Discontent will rise permanently. Accident risk will be reduced at all workplaces. That's accident risk. I don't think that's the same as safety. Internal promotions, work standardization, dispensary, overseers. Internal promotions. You can promote through the factory inspectorate 5 workers to engineers. Motivation will rise slightly. Let's activate this now. That's what people have been telling me to do. Why don't you just activate the laws, they say. I'll do it. If motivation will rise even if we don't do the ability, that'd be nice. Yes, it did. Sweet.
Regulations change.
Regulations change. I love it. That's so cool. Still have to decide what this is going to be. We'll wait until something fills up. It's good to have it on standby. Machine shop is looking cool. That's little lights on. That's one way out of this bloody hole. The other is feet first. You know who'll be promoted? Snitches and lackeys. Alright, so their efficiency is 85%. That's alright, considering the, because we got that bonus 10% from the fine tobacco, of course. That's pretty good. So we're only losing 15% by being safe. That's not so bad. And we're unhealthy, which is one category below safe. So hopefully we can handle that amount of sick people. I reckon we can. This actual medical post is turned off. This one's on with 5 people in it, though we don't necessarily need them. And then, of course, the factory inspector is lowering safety, or lowering risk by 1. And it could affect a 3rd building if we were to put 5 more engineers on it. This is just run out right now. Structural profiles. I'm going to keep hammering on the profiles. Tomorrow we start work on the steam exchangers. So how's the resources down here? 13 per hour coming in. 15 per hour coming in here. Let's lower that down. Yes, that's what you want. 10 per hour? Anyone picking anything up? No. 8 per hour? 9 per hour, really. And then 4.7. So that's fine. This needs to come way down to match the amount we're picking up. Otherwise, it doesn't really make any sense. So it's 10 per hour. Let's get people on this then. That's going to increase our steel. Hopefully allow us to hammer on the machine shop stuff tomorrow. So tomorrow the toxic gas is rising. So I think tomorrow we'll activate the ventilation plant. And if we can, throw in the protective structures if we need them, but keep the shifts on normal. We'll see how that goes. And of course we're currently researching optimized materials. Maybe I shouldn't have done, maybe I should have done structural, what's it called? These things while I was waiting on these getting cheaper. They currently cost 25 wood each, but we're reducing that cost down to 20. We can always turn off the next one if this gets done early, which it seems like it's going to be. Alright. Yeah, so let that finish. Okay, the next thing then. Safety improvements. Various modifications will improve workplace safety at the profiles manufacturer by 1 level. So that's literally just working inside the profiles manufacturer would be better by 1 level. The same goes for this one. Safety improvements inside the machine shop by 1 level. Supercharge the machine shop. Allows us to supercharge the steam exchangers used at the construction site to speed up work on the generator. So we can make... So excess profiles will be used for safety and excess machine shop stuff will be used for efficiency. But it costs 5 and only gives you a 10% increase. I think that'd be really good, but I think we need more of a workforce before we can handle that. I'm going to go with optimized protection. That lowers the cost of profiles from 6 to 4 if we want to increase safety. How are we doing for time? 9 hours behind schedule. I mean, that's a huge increase over what I was saying. But of course, this doesn't factor in the fact that we don't work during the night. Because we could work during the night based on laws. What's going on? Supervision. Sir, the factory inspectors report that we need to introduce constant supervision in order to speed up work. The old methods are not good enough. We have seen enough cases of wastefulness and inefficiency to convince us that all the employees would benefit from direct supervision by engineers. If you put us in charge, motivation will rise. And efficiency with it. Motivation will rise. Are you sure about that? That doesn't sound like it would happen. I'll think about it. Discontent will rise slightly. You have 2 days to pass overseers. Let's do it. Introduce one of the following laws. Overseers, 0 out of 1. So it's just that. Okay, well we've got 13 hours before we can do it. Let's read about overseers, just while we're here. Overseers will visit workplaces to motivate employees and enforce compliance of proper procedures. New building, the Overseer Station. Overseer Stations raise efficiency in nearby workplaces by 15%. A new ability, Overseer's Inspection. It increases motivation, but also at the risk of strike. You'll have to build 2 Overseer Stations and they will raise discontent in nearby workplaces. Excellent. Okay, so that's good. We've got no discontent. Motivation is kind of low. Gonna bang on this as well. Eat some of those food rations, boys. Get motivated. Awesome. Okay. All right. I'm getting a little bit more confident after our setbacks previously. Foragers have reached the lost crates. Holy crap. These wooden crates are used to transport valuable or fragile goods. They are stenciled with prominent signs warning against dropping them. Finders keepers. Inspecting the crates, we found some of the exchangers and steel composites. These valuable resources must have been destined for the winter home construction site, but it seems they got mislaid. Fell off a trailer or something. Oh yeah. We could take the crates and get 20 steam exchangers and 10 steel composites, or they're not ours to take. Oh no. We gotta take them. You've gotta take them. Well, we have to take them, really. But like, how could you leave them there? With the idea that maybe no one will ever find them. Surely, if people are gonna go out looking for them, right? This is my logic. If people are gonna go out looking for these, surely they know about our generator site and they'd maybe be able to send a message or something, no? We can't just leave them to be buried in snow. Look at it, it's snowing. It's snowing super heavy. We'll take the crates. Oh, I got an achievement. Oh. It was us after all. Alright, so spoilers for the main scenario. Winterhome doesn't survive. It's not the city you build. But that's the I guess that's the canon choice. Taking the crates. Is it our fault? Maybe their generator wasn't equipped right. I'd have to remember what happened to Winterhome. I don't quite remember. I know it didn't have it. Oh, I'm thinking of, and then there's Tesla City, right? With the yeah, I'll have to do some brushing up on that. I unfortunately can't quite remember exactly what went on at Winterhome. But I mean, the achievement kind of says it all. It was us after all. Oh man, well, we're taking that straight home. We need to go now. I don't know if that's going to have any other ramifications for us. We'll see. Someone's going to come knocking at our door. Alright, I've added the food rations to the storage pile here. So we can store up more than we're making, at least. Now, is there any other glaring mistakes right now? Nothing crazy. Only one sick person. Arnold Hammond, a regular worker. A no-name. It actually makes sense that I've used the names for engineers, seeing as we've sided with the engineers. We're all in this together as awful snobs now, I guess. Keep toggling that on. What time is it? It's 3:30 p.m. Work is over here at 4 p.m. So make one more thing if you can. So we've reached our other, I was going to say task force. What are they called? Foragers have reached nature's sculpture. As we suspected, it's just a tall rock sculpted by winds into a shape that from a certain angle looks like a standing human. It's a useful landmark nonetheless. A rock that looks like a gigantic human statue. Alright, so a field kitchen. We can see something that looks like a field kitchen amongst the rocks over there. 10 hours to get there. Let's go. How's our buddies in getting back? 80 food on the way. 20. So, what did we need? Dude, we only need 10 steam exchangers. And we're coming back with 20. The other 10, we could either put into tier 4, or we could use them twice to boost efficiency if we get that technology. Interesting. Interesting. I'm freaking out that there's going to be like another gas explosion or something as well. So the workday is just about over here. Oh, it is over now. So tomorrow, this is rising one more time. We're going to have to add in protective structures, and we're going to have to turn on the ventilation plant, I think, if we want to keep them working, which I think we need to. This has to be done by day 25 at 3 p.m. It's currently day 19, turning over to day 20. But it still says we're behind schedule, so, you know, I'm a bit worried. Coal is nice, though. 500 coal in the bank.
Attention all personnel. Work is over for today.
We haven't even... A lot of people saying, get the fishing docks, get the fishing docks. We don't even have it in research yet. I gotta get that next. One of the next things. Because, actually, yeah, we've no more food coming in after that 80 food just arrives. That's it now for raw food. At least that we know of. Maybe there's... I assume there's more hunting camps out there. Genuinely can't remember, but if there's not, we need to get a fishing docks up just in case anyway. I think we've got one more dock slot. If I recall correctly, there are 4, so that's not too bad. The docks for fishing, they don't just pile up food like these things. They do just take it in directly, so it's not like we need 20 people to load up the food and then bring it in. You know what we should start doing in our time here in the evenings? Why not just get building, right? So we know that we're going to need more people. It's actually built pretty well there. Something like that. Just get a few more houses laid out. God, I love this game. The music is so goddamn cool as well. I'm so immersed. Like, I take off my headphones and I'm like, whoo! Like, I was there, you know? That's how it feels. So there it is. Internal promotion. 50 wood and 50 steel. But immediately grants you extra work, extra engineers. So I said that I was going to wait till this gets up to 60. It's at 51 right now, and then we're going to add on a steam core. We don't have any anymore. We actually spent one in building the machine workshop. I should have mentioned that, because we had one at the beginning of the episode. But this actually costs a steam core to even make. And are we going to work on this tomorrow? Oh yeah, I guess we don't actually have to turn on the machine workshop right now, because we just got these 20 steam exchangers. Alright, I'll send these guys back out. Doesn't look like there's anywhere to go in the north. We could go to the Rock Arch, or we could keep going the way we were going. Cargo convoy. I mean, anything with the name cargo in it sounds pretty good, so let's do that. Tire tracks lead towards several heavy haulers. Let's go. It said that these fell, didn't they? Oh no, it said they don't want to be dropped. I wonder if that something to do with the cargo, or the convoy. We still have our group of people just slammed over there. Let's rotate and have a look at this place. Let's just really quickly soak in the atmosphere. It'd be nice to get a look at some of these buildings. Like I said, I wish time would play when we did this. Our 3 engineer buildings, our workshops, I should say, our foragers' huts where these guys have left on their teams, our telegraph station here, and our coal mines at the back. I love the idea that this is going to be a generator site and we're going to, like, diminish the coal mines completely. The IEC. Public house. Cookhouse. Ventilation plant here, of course. Profiles manufacturer. Steam exchanger. Machine workshop. And then the pressure valves are being installed right now. And of course we have our living quarters, church, bathhouse over there at the back. Sawmill still grinding away, actually. I didn't really check on that. 167. And where's the other one? There's the other one. 129. Still a lot of wood to go. So this guy. They've reached the field kitchen. We found no food in the field kitchen, although it must have been used recently. There's still some water in the 2 large pots inside. Site 107. This must be the ill-fated generator construction site number 107 we were told about. Right, yes. Let's head there now. Two sick people. We're getting our sick people through the night, but of course not many, thankfully, because we've been so safe. Progress 30%. This bar doesn't seem to fill up, but at least we can see it there. 30%. I think in a previous episode I was looking at the efficiency being like, oh, it's at 60%, but really it was they were operating at 60%. Right, the Book of Laws is ready for our overseers. It'd be good to get them built tonight, actually. We good to go with that? Yeah, I think so. The engineers look so cool. Overseers signed on time. Motivation rises. Come on. There we go. A little bit. I'll take it. Another cushy job for the engineers. Well, a bit of oversight can't hurt, says the engineer Hector T. Spaniard. An overseer station. Right, so it's another radius overlappy building. I wonder, does it affect the efficiency of even things like docks? Because you could pop it out here and affect 2 docks. Actually, you can only affect 1 docks, it seems. But the reloading stations can be affected. So we need to build 2. Well, let's put one here. Oh my god, can you boost your own tech, I wonder? I mean, the buildings are lighting up. Makes me think you can. That actually isn't boosting the center. So if we put one here, we can boost the center and the docks. I don't know if I'm eating up my own space, though, too much here. Alright. Get to work. 5 sick people going to treatment. Hudson Pierce, Elias Figgin, Hal Hotspur, Ebusi Thanos, Lunky K, working overtime during the night, 121% efficiency, making sure everyone's... A lot of Johns in here. John Maidstone, John Franklin, John Asquith, John Carter. What the hell's the chances of that? And well, John is a common name, I suppose, so not that crazy, I suppose. Morris Everard. Alright, we have some extra houses ready for the next group of people that are going to be coming in when we can bring them. 3 more logistics points. Ideally, we want to build like another church out this way as well. Evenly, somewhere around here, right? So not much overlapping the edge of the mountain that doesn't count, or here that doesn't count. Not much overlapping the current chapel, but something in the center, like that, would be pretty damn good. We'll work out the spacing later. Maybe tonight. Any free workers? No one's free. 5 people are sick, so we'll get some dropped efficiency in certain places. These take engineers, interestingly. Seems to be working without that, anyway. Medical post upgrade. Find tobacco. Oh, I guess not. Okay. Well, could I do this and then do that? That creates a bit of discontent. We've just got 1 person scheduled to go in there. Drop the efficiency heavily because we lost a person. But at least maybe we'll get it for everywhere around here. 58% efficiency. Base efficiency 33%. 1 employee delivers 33%. Plus 25%. Modifiers of the overseers, it modifies itself. And then the fine tobacco is still kicking in, although it's probably going to wear off in a moment. Good, and it's not a modifier of a modifier, they just add directly together. That's super interesting. So we built 2 overseer stations, but we need 2 engineers in them. I'm going to take someone off research, put them back on medical. I want to get those guys through the medical bay as quick as possible, obviously. 16 hours. So what are we doing now today? What's the job? I should have assigned this earlier. More profiles? I reckon so. This place is still safe, so just get cracking on them. It's 4 every time we need 1 boost of safety, right? What about here? This place is still safe as well. The gas hasn't risen yet. And they're on their early shift. Progress 33%. 19 hours to finish. Yeah. Motivation rises. Didn't seem to, but okay. Oh, it did. Okay, just a little bit. Alright, so now we're basically getting the effect of the central pressure valves, so we should be a little bit more efficient. It's now 10 a.m. This is operating at 127% efficiency. I'd love to see that. Foragers have reached Site 107. Oh my god. There are still people here, packing their belongings and preparing dozens of coffins for transport. Jesus. A young engineer approaches us. Oh, it's the girl from the trailer. The young engineer. I told them so. The young engineer, who introduced herself as Effie McLaughlin, is relieved to see us. I'm glad you came. We are to be evacuated, but you just can't be sure in these times, she says. Then she tells us what happened. Long story short, the core of the generator exploded after a fire broke out in the final stages of construction. Effie says she saw the tragedy coming, but no one listened to her, the youngest engineer on site. She and some friends are not giving up. They want to use their experience to help us finish our generator. What a legend. Take them to our camp. Or just take the resources. No, oh, perfect. We wanted more engineers. 10 profiles, 5 exchangers, 1 core, and 12 engineers. Yes, please. Alright, they're on their way back. 12 hours to go. Oh, that's perfect as well. Oh, man. We had 13 names, and we're getting 12 engineers. Someone's going to be left out. Oh, we'll add them in when we get another one, though, in future. So, this can go. It's on 60, perfectly timed. Another core, please. Order the shipment. And all those extra houses, remember, we're having, I think it's, what is it, 8 per house at the moment? So, we should have the room for them. I think 8, 16, 24, 32. 30? Yeah, 32. Alright, the profiles are done. Keep hammering on those profiles. You're going to use them eventually. It's not wasted. Might not be the right priority right now, but at least it's not wasted time. When this gets to 100%, I'm going to activate the protective structures. We've got 0 free workers right now. Everyone is doing something. And the ventilation plant has not been toggled on yet. How's the time? 13 hours behind schedule. 12 now. Work time. Get to work. Cost 10 food rations. An overseer's inspection. 1 strike risk for 24 hours. Motivation, 20% for 4 hours. Or sorry, for 24 hours. 10 food rations. I say do it. Why not? What's the cooldown? 1 day as well. It does increase strike risk of all those buildings. There's no strike risk right now. Discontent's quite low. If there was ever a time to do it, I think it would be now. Holy fuck! Yes! Hell yeah! Oh, so it's active on both. It's active on everyone. Okay. That makes a bit more sense of why it was so huge. Oh my god, that's amazing. And what's the strike chance? It's just going to be 1. So it does create a chance. It's a low chance though, but it's in 4... Well, 2 areas really. 2 areas can have a strike at the moment. Please, God, don't. But that motivation's crazy. Do another one of those, and we will be laughing. I wonder how long this strike chance lasts. Just the 1 day, hopefully. Which would be nice. Yeah, we're almost out of wood. That's great. Optimized research... Oh, yeah. Oh, no, that's fine. Sorry, yeah. We do have the cheaper cost already in effect. Cool. Oh, man. Maybe now food? Fishing harbor? We still haven't found any out there. What's our food situation? 56 raw food. I think with that motivation bonus, we can probably switch back to regular meals now. I think that's the right thing to do. Let's just toggle that down. Let's open this. Let me read about the hearty meal just to get a quick re-understanding of like what that means again. Hearty meal. Eating hearty meals will increase motivation every day. Well, we've got our own new way of increasing motivation. So get rid of that. That's now going to give us 4 food for every 2 food. Whereas we were just getting 3 for every 3. So it was 1 to 1 before, now it's 2 to 1. Or really 1 to 2. Damn, I wish if I had known, I don't think I ever would have had hearty meals on. I would have passed that law way faster. Pressure valves is on strike. Well, this is the problem. I mean, for fuck's sake, man. It was a low chance. 1 out of 4. What's your cooldown 4 hours. You'll start negotiations. Offer them the day off. What time is it? Anyway, workers are angry and refuse to work. They shout about exploitation, terrible working conditions, and daily dangers they face daily. Sorry. What will you promise them? Offer them the day off. The workplace will remain closed. Demands may escalate. 30 food rations. Discontent will rise greatly. Demands may escalate. Give them double rations. Discontent will rise greatly. Workplace strike risk will fall. 60 food. So it's like giving away 30 raw food. Discontent will... Why would discontent rise greatly? And how great? I need to think about it. But they're not going to work. Demands might escalate. This just gets them back on the job immediately though, right? Fuck it. Let's go. Please don't be too bad. Okay, this wasn't that bad. That's a lot of food to give away, I know, but... We've got a deadline to adhere to. We're all on for a bonus if we get this done on time. If we get that motivation up here, I'll be very happy. What's your problem now? Taste of home. Sir, although many people back home are facing starvation, a well-off relative of one of our engineers sent him a large parcel full with treats. Should we hold on to the food? It may stir trouble or, God forbid, fuel a parallel economy. Give the man his parcel or discontent will rise and we'll get 50 food rations. We'll get all our food rations back. Give me that fucking parcel. What are you going to do with 50 food? Are you mad? Okay. We gotta bring that discontent down. It'll fall down over time. It's temporary modifiers. I'm not too worried about it. $116. What's the deal with this? 12 hours to go. We are currently 4 hours behind schedule. And we have to install the tower pumps. So this isn't even in the half of it. But we have 5 days to do that. What's your unhealthy? Let's activate some profiles. We know that we're going to need it tomorrow anyway, so we'll keep them unhealthy tonight. But we're giving them a little bit of an extra shift, the regular shift really, so they're going to work 3 more hours. No raw food left. Anyone coming back with any food? No? No. We're researching food. Alrighty. Damn, they are blitzing through this faster than I can produce the wood. Harmful. Yeah, I'll let them go at 4 o'clock. Actually, it means they're done now, so yeah, it's fine. Okay. What's the wood situation? We're probably going to finish up on that soon. 53, and out here, 199. Okay. When are the people getting here? So 12 engineers are arriving in 4 hours. 20 workers and a steam core are arriving in 16. That steam core, I want to use it in an infirmary. I just want to get one in place so that these sick are just handled way quicker in one building rather than in multiple. Alright, the workday is over. We're finally ahead of schedule. That's going to fall overnight though because we're not working overnight. We're 3 hours ahead though. That's a good sign. That's a good sign. No one's died. No one's been trapped down here. Though it is harmful conditions at the moment because the gas is going to rise tomorrow. And it's interesting, it says harmful now, but the factory inspector isn't working right now, so it works during the day. So that's going to drop, you got to consider that. That'll drop another level. And then with the ventilation plant, that'll drop another level. So really, at being at harmful now, it'll go to unhealthy if we activate the inspectorate and the ventilation shaft, because the toxic gas is going to go up tomorrow. Alright, I think I'm kind of on top of things, it feels, to some degree. How about you stop judging me, okay? I can feel you judging me. Is there any sick engineers, I wonder? Don't think so. It's just all the Johns. 4, 8, 7, 8, and 8. A lot of 8 hours there. So 8 hours, we could say, until that place clears out. We process the sick. Get through them. People are having their baths every day. That's reducing sickness as well. Forages returned. Again, 12 engineers, 10 profiles, 5 exchangers, and 1 steam core. Excellent. No homeless, which is good. Send these guys straight back out. So there is nothing in the north left. Site 107 was the last thing up there. What I presume is the north. To be honest, maybe that is. I don't know. Doesn't really matter. If we came from England and this is coast, they definitely went north. I would assume it is like this, actually. But just for continuity's sake, we'll keep it this way. So, we have the Rock Arch or the Mountain Pass. I guess this guy could probably hit the Mountain Pass. We'll head towards the Rock Arch. Not many areas to visit. Three available right now. Because people were saying, why don't you get another forager, you know? Doesn't seem like we need it. Not yet. What day are we on? Day 20, 21. For 11 hungry people. With lots of food. It's just the new people that arrived. They're a little peckish. They'll be okay. Can we crank that evening service again? Not for another 12 hours or so. I want to bring that motivation up. We have hearty meals turned off, so we'll see how much it falls now tonight. Hey, those extra engineers get to work on the towers. And we can put everyone back on that. Yeah, cool. We've got people available. 2 engineers not doing anything. We can stick them in the inspectorate. Excuse me, whoa. You can stick them in the inspectorate. Alright, good. It's midnight. So we have to think about what we're going to be working on. So 30 people working here. We know that this is going to rise. I think, actually, take everyone off this today. And we'll work on other things. Because this has strike chance and other problems now. Yeah, I did that more for the motivation, so that's fine. They have that motivation. So what we're going to do is get to work on hopefully building out that fishing docks, but also we can just ram everyone up max to the max on these things. A reloading station down here would be nice. Get working on that. Yeah, alright, good. Let's see if we can get this chapel built. So I guess what I need to do is figure out... I think we can have another layer of houses right next to this. And then the chapel at the back of it. Okay. Anyway, then when we remove this, we'll put down a new bathhouse or something. Maybe. Don't know if I can handle the fuel, to be honest. Alright, time is flying by. 3 extra sick people not being taken care of tonight. Alright, cargo convoy. Are these yours? It appears that the convoy is heading for Winterhome. That's a long way from here. They are carrying parts crucial for the proper operation of Winterhome's generator. It seems they lost several crates on the way. Without them, the construction of their generator might be compromised. Well, I can't return the crates. Sorry. They don't necessarily know that we took them, though, right? Keep the resources. We'll keep the precious resources to use them for our own generator. Yeah. Sorry, Winterhome. Have fun. But Birmingham rules. Anywhere to go from here? Yep, there's the mountain pass, I guess. You feel like we just say, like, oh, you're missing stuff? Oh, that doesn't sound good. You should give me all your stuff and just go home. Because we could do with it. At least we can guarantee one generator that way. Lucy Corey, Maurice Fairfax, Rebecca Perch, and Jessamine Spencer are sick and not being treated. However, these ones should be coming out very soon. Less than an hour, 1 hour, less than an hour. Looks like we might have one person not being treated. Oh, the church is facing the wrong way. Well, I mean, it bothers me, but I mean, well, it's fine. Maybe, I guess, if we have houses out here, it'll make sense. There we go. The next new arrivals are here in 3 hours. Gas has risen. It is now 7 a.m. Work is in 1 hour. Now's the time where we prepare. So 8 to... yeah, we're going to be working the early shift. Yeah, early shift for sure. Ventilation plant's going to be on as well. Screw it. This is a heavy strike chance. Why, though? There's nobody even working here. Because of work safety? Oh, that's fine. Surely it can't strike with nobody on the building, right? Maybe I should turn the building off. Just to be sure.
Attention,
Off. Yeah, there we go. Alright, work shift has started. Look at that. Safe. Totally safe. Keep it safe. I'm happy to keep it safe just in case something sets us back after the 70% mark. That's what happened last time. Stay safe. When's the next person out of here? Not for a while. I might have to turn this one on just to keep this sick person in something. And we'll just take, I don't know, take a couple engineers off this. Get them in there treating that person. Hungry people are being fed, are they? Yeah, they should be eating their food. Yep, they're eating it now. Contrary to what we thought in the beginning, you do not need to have that cookhouse turned on to eat, just to cook food. Transport arrived with 20 extra people and 1 steam core. They all have their houses. Excellent, no need to worry there. Technology is just about done. Boom, we just got our fishing harbor. So 20 people can work that. I'm getting the infirmary next. You can't stop me. So tonight we'll build a fishing harbor. With plenty of food rations. Wood is getting low. Is this wood still operational? They both still are operational. Reloading station's ready to go. We've 38 people not doing anything. Yeah, we should definitely fix that. So, what's the... We've got 34 profiles. I'm just trying to think, like, we could put on the early shift. We could activate the protective structures and then send people in here. And they could start work on exchangers. We do have plenty of steel. We have the workforce, so I guess there's not really much of a reason I can think not to do it. So, let's do it. 4 profiles. So what is it? 20 steel for each one. Maybe build 4? Let's just do it 3 for now. See how long these take. Alright, efficiency 40% as they fill up with workers. Super safe. Super safe. Ventilation plant doing work. 170 coal per day. It looks like the gases will fall down tomorrow though, so we can turn off the vent plant. Alright, what do we got? 18 people not doing anything. 6 people are sick. The only thing I can think of to do here is like build a gathering post maybe. Because then at least they'll gather a bit faster. Gathering posts don't pick up things from the reloading stations though. Huh. I almost wonder, is it better to keep just having piles then? Because currently we can't pick up from the stations as fast as we can load. 5.4 per hour. And then this is 4.9 per hour. So we're actually filling it. We're actually hit the point where we will fill that up. I guess... I don't know, more sawmills, I suppose? Oh, sorry, the fishing docks. Yeah, of course. How am I so stupid? Sorry. Food. There it is. Fishing docks. Alright, they can get to work on that. Like, I can put them on gathering coal, but I don't want to eat our own coal right now. I'll let all these people... So basically, with 6 people sick, it's like saying we have 18 people free. Those 18 should come out here and start building. And then we'll just assign them to 10 of them to this and get to work. Okay, how we doing? 88% safe so far. Still ahead of schedule, 2 hours. But then we have to go for the tower pumps after this, of course. I actually think it might be... I'm gonna stay on safe. I'm so scared to turn this to a regular shift. About what might happen. So this is done. Let's turn that off. think an upgraded docks will be the next thing I get as well. That creates 2 piles. Alright, we're going to build another sawmill over there and just start hacking away at that wood to make room for extra buildings and stuff. Did we finish? Oh my god, they finished! Amazing. Oh wow, motivation fell absolutely catastrophically. So that motivation seems to go away as soon as the overseer thing ends. Okay. Let's go straight away to the next thing though. It's 4 p.m. but we'll slam down the tower pumps. These look cool. 50 people needed for this. Luckily we have them all. Super deadly though. Just get everyone off that until tomorrow. Oh man, I hope that didn't affect people putting them on that for a second. Yeah, so let's just so that was on the early shift as well. So just turn this off as well. And that's on early shift also. Okay, so tomorrow everyone goes straight onto the tower pumps. Gases are falling though tomorrow, so hopefully we can keep it safe without having to do too much crazy stuff with it.
The shift is over. Please stow your tools.
Alrighty guys, I think that's going to have to be it for this episode. But I think we're in a better position than I thought we were. Things don't seem to be as dire as they were not that long ago. Now that we're catching up on the schedule, people are safe. We're going for an infirmary so that we can hopefully get through these sick people even faster. We've expanded nicely, kept up the expansion of our population. We seem to be able to feed everyone. Food's maybe a little bit dangerous, but once we get this built, we can see how much we're bringing in. Worst case scenario, we have to remove another one and have 2 docks, I guess, bringing in food. And then we'll upgrade. There's a tech for upgrading your docks here. And it says, allows us to build upgraded docks and unload resources from ships faster, forming 2 even piles. So I don't know if it's strictly double, but it creates 2 piles. So we could have a gathering station or just a second reloading station. And then you can get a steam reloading station, actually, if you want to go really fast. But hopefully that'll allow us to gather even faster. Put more people on it. That's the idea anyway. Alright, yeah, so that's going to be it for today. Thank you guys very much for watching. I think we made some good progress here. Again, the next episode will be Thursday. Thanks again, and I'll see you in the next one. Hey guys, thank you very much for watching, and remember, if you want to support this series directly, you can click the join button to become a channel member. Doing so will get your name in the credits, as well as loyalty badges and emotes to use in the comments. If you don't see the join button, it means the video has been copyright claimed, but you can still join from the channel page on desktop. You can also link your account to our Discord to get a special role on there that'll give you access to the Senate House and a few other perks.